أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome everybody to today's class, and also welcome to the final week of this course. We are now in week 12, so this is going to be our final week of teaching. I'm going to request A5107 to read the opening prayer.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read the first prayer over here?
Okay. The first verse or the whole word?
So these two verses over here on this line.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربش رح لي صدري ويسري لي أمري.
Jazakallah. Just read this word again.
ويسر لي.
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Jazakallah. And the translation, please.
Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me.
Okay, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. So we're just going to continue with the final lesson, which is hard words in Tilawat. I think we have just less than a page to do. And again, so tomorrow you're going to be having your external exam, in which an external teacher is going to come in and examine your recitation. So in preparation for that, we'll just do some additional recitation practice. So let's continue with our lesson number 4. We've just got page number 4 left to do. So I'm going to select a student from Nasirat. Let's have Assalamu alaikum, N6107.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Could you please read the this one over here, so this full verse?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نذير لون لا يكون أهرى من الأمم.
Okay, so this this letter here and also this letter over here, these are both actually dal, so not ra. So read it one more time with the letter dal, and also when you're reading these two, so when you're joining this ra with a dammatain to the lam mushaddad, you're not going to hear the sound of the tanveen, so it will be nadhirullah rather than nadhirullah, nadhirullah. Okay, so read that again.
نذير لا يكون أهدى من إحدى الأمم.
And if you're going to pause, yeah, great. Okay, Jazakillah. And if you can read this one. So over here, the reason this ha is highlighted is because you have to make a difference between this ha, which is from your throat, and then this ha, which is just a simple ha sound. Okay? So first of all, read it without stopping, and then read it again when making a pause.
Okay. فسبحه.
So this is a sukoon. So it's going to be فسبحه.
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 Yeah. فسبحه. So try to get that ha sound. Try and get it to come from your throat. فَسَبِّحْهُ.
فسبحه.
Yeah, almost there. And the next one, please. So remember that both the sad and the dal, they've both got tashdid on there. So extra stress when you're joining the alif to the sad and then the sad to the dal.
Okay. فأثر فأثرك.
So again, this is dal. It looks a little bit like a ra, but ra is more, let me see. So this is ra over here. You can see it's more pointed. The dal is rounded at the bottom. So read that again, please.
Okay. فأصدق.
فَأَصَّدَّقَ.
فأصدق.
فَأَصَّدَّقَ.
فأصدق.
A little bit more stress on the dal. So فَأَصَّ. فَأَصَّدَّ.
فأصدق.
Yep, excellent. Very good. And the last one, please. So remember, again, we've got lam mushaddad. And with lam mushaddad, we never hear the tanveen sound when we're joining the letter previously.
إذا
Over here at the end, the ghain is joining to a waw sakin. So this is a waw lean. So it's going to be a rounded sound. Ghaw. So read.
Do I read it?
Yeah, please.
إذا لبتغوا.
Okay. إذا لبتغوا.
إذا لبتغوا.
So this bar over here also, it's a qalqala letter. So qaf, ba, ba, jim, and dal. Those are the 5 letters. When they carry the sukoon, we vibrate the sound a little bit. So when you're joining this lam with this ba, just vibrate the ba. So إذا لب.
إذا لبتغوا.
إذا لب. So make the sound lab, not lub, but vibrate a tiny bit. Lab.
إذا لب.
Yeah, and you
إذا
can.
لبتغوا.
تغوا. Okay, jazakallah. So do you understand all of the key points there? So the first one is when we're merging, we don't hear the tanveen. Second point was to try to vibrate the bar. It's not incorrect if you don't, but it just makes your recitation more pleasing to listen to if you've used the qalqala letters. And finally, not ghu, because this isn't waw madda, but waw lean, so taghaw. Okay?
But I used to say but it meant to be raw, so rams it.
Sorry, repeat that again.
Isn't it meant to be raw? So like it sounds like wow and cheese plain.
No, because it's a lean letter, so you have to kind of sound the fatha and sort of merge it with the waw. So it's taghaw.
Okay. Wow.
Taghaw, yeah. Okay, jazakallah. So the reason it's not raw is because that it would have been a waw madda. Because it's a waw lean, it's a softer blended sound. Okay, so let's have A5111. Assalamu alaikum. A5111.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read the next one? Oops. So pay attention to what's been highlighted. That gives you a clue on what you have to focus on when you're reading this sentence.
Innal musaddiqina wal musaddiqah
So just read the final part again. How did you read this last letter, last two letters?
Musaddiqa.
So it won't be ha. The only time it's ha is when it's the ta marbuta. So it's let's see. So if it's like this over here, then it'll be a ha. But if it's just a plain ta, then it's just going to be a sukoon on the ta. So wal musaddiqat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. And read the next one, please.
Sa'iha.
Yeah. And if you're reading it just continuously without stopping, how would you read it?
Sa'ihatin.
Excellent, very good. And the next one, please.
Ullatil ahmali.
Almost there. So this waw, remember, because it's got no stroke above it, it's a blank waw. So we're just going to sound the 1 second of the dhamma. Ulatil ahmali.
Ulatil ahmali.
Excellent. And the last one, please.
Tasti alayhi.
Very good. Can you put a little bit more stress on the ayn? Tasti' alayhi.
Tasti alayhi.
Excellent, really good. Jazakallah. And can I have N6108, please?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read the next example?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حتى يصدر الرئاء.
Very good. So just over here, the reason that these two are highlighted at the end is because they want you to make a difference between the ayn, which is from your throat, and the u, which is a very simple sound. So hatta yusdira ri'a'u. A'u. So just read these final two letters first.
A'u.
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 Okay. And read it one more time again, please.
حتى يصدر الرئاء.
And if you're going to pause over here, how would you read it?
حتى يصدر الرئاء.
So we're going to take a sukoon on the hamza. So we're going to slightly have a slight jerk on the end of this. Yusdar ri'a.
يصدر الرئاء.
So not like a ha sound or just a plain but just a slight jerk on the hamza, okay? Okay, let's move to the next one, please.
يومئذ يصدعون.
Okay, so put a little bit more emphasis on these three because they're all mushaddad letters. يومئذ يصدعون.
يومئذ يصدعون.
Excellent, very good. Okay, Jazakallah, thank you very much. Well read by both of you. Let's have another student. Let's have A5124. Assalamu alaikum, A5124.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read the next example?
Okay. Kudurir sijatin.
Just make this dal a little bit softer because it sounded a bit like there was like a shadda on it. So qudurir rasiyatin.
Kudurir sijatin.
Very good. And if you're going to pause on that word, how are you reading it?
Kudurir siyat.
Excellent, very good. And the next example, please.
Bura'u.
And if you're pausing?
Bura'u.
So remember, because we've got, this is the example of the Hamza sitting on the chair of the waw. So the only thing that we're focusing on is what stroke is on the Hamza. So even when we're pausing, we just see that it's got a Dhamma. So when you're pausing, it will take a sukoon. So even though there's an alif at the end, we're not focusing on what's there. We're just focusing on the Hamza. So try again and see how you try to read it.
Bura'a.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. So just having a sukoon on the end. And if you can read the final verse, please.
Fama ataytum min riban Wama ataytum min riban Buwafi.
Almost there. This bar you made too short. So remember this is, oh, sorry, no. Read it one more time, please.
Wama ataytum min riban Buwafi.
So mirriballi yarbuafi. Just read from here.
Mir riban Buwafi.
Okay, excellent. That's perfect. Jazakallah. Thank you very much. So that is the end of lesson number 4. So as you can see, there are some tricky words, and they're specifically in this exercise to help you practice reciting them correctly. So what we will do is we will move on to some recitation practice. And if necessary, we might revisit this lesson just to get some extra practice. But for now, we'll focus on reading from our surahs. So I'm going to select, I think it's N6106. Assalamu alaikum, N6106. Don't seem to. Okay, let's have someone else. Assalamu alaikum, N6120.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you start reciting from the beginning of this surah up until verse number 2, please? So this is Surah Al-Munafiqun.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. إذا جاءك المنافقون قالوا نشهد إنك لرسول الله.
So just over here, make this for 2 seconds prolongation because it's vertical fatha. So read just from here to here.
لرسول الله والله يعلم إنك لرسوله.
Excellent. You can carry on.
والله يشهد إن المنافقين لكاذبون.
Excellent. Jazakallah. Okay, just continue to verse number 3.
Okay. اتخذوا أيمانهم جنة فصدوا عن سبيل الله إنهم ساء ما كانوا يعملون.
Jazakallah. Really well read. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. So let's have another one from Atfal this time. Assalamu alaikum. A1132. A1132, are you there? A1132. Okay, no. A5121. Assalamualaikum, A5121.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Could you continue reciting from here, please? Oh, sorry, we
Okay.
did that. We did that verse already. From here, from Dhalika.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ذلك بأنهم آمنوا ثم كفروا فتوبئ على كل بهم وهم لا يفقهون.
So over here, I think you read it as a wow. So read this part again, please.
فهم لا يفقهون.
And over here, we've got a wow madda. So how many seconds do you think you're going to prolong that final word?
2.
Yeah, 2 seconds. So rather than yafqahun, just prolong it a little bit longer.
يفقهون.
Yafqahun.
يفقهون.
Very good. And also over here as well, I think it was the same thing. It wasn't long enough. So just read this word and prolong it for 2 seconds.
كفروا.
Yep, kafaru. The two other things that I highlighted, so this is the first letter and this is the next letter. So this letter over here, dhal, do you remember lesson number 3? So that was on the Arabic letters. Do you remember how you're supposed to sound this letter?
غ.
So not ra, dhal. So it's like saying this or therefore in English. So it's kind of a slight buzzing sound. Dhalika. Can you read just that word?
ذلك.
Excellent. And this letter over here, this is like a TH sound, like thin or thank you. Thumma.
ثم.
Thumma kafaru.
ثم كفروا.
Very good. And just read this word over here. And the letter I want you to focus on is this ayn. So try and make that sound from your throat. فَطُبِعَ.
فتوبئ.
فَطُبِعَ.
فتوبئ.
Okay, very good. Okay, and carry on reading up to the next verse, please.
وإذا رأيتهم تعجبك أجسامهم.
Okay, so over here, as well, this is an alif madda, so we're prolonging 2 seconds. وَإِذَا.
وإذا.
Yep. And over here as well, actually no, not this one. So this one over here, this jim, this is one of the 5 qalqala letters. So when it has a scorn, you can vibrate that sound. So rather than ajsa, ajisa.
أجسا.
Ajsamuhum.
أجسامهم.
Okay, brilliant. And if you can read up to here next.
وإن يقولوا تسمع لقولهم.
Okay. Over here, when you're joining this nun sakin to this ya mushaddad, you're not going to hear the full nun sound. You're going to hear a slight nasal sound. So not wa in yaqulu, but wa iya. Can you make that sound? Wa iya.
وإن
Wa yaqulu.
وإن يقولوا.
Wa yaqulu.
وإن يقولوا.
Qulu. So remember, waw madda and waw madda, both 2 seconds. Wa yaqulu.
وإن يقولوا.
Qulu.
قولوا.
Okay. And continue up to here, please.
كأنهم خشب مسندة.
So this letter here and also this letter, what do they carry apart from the fatha and the dhamma?
شدة.
Shadda. So what do you do when you've got a shadda sign on a letter?
You jerk the sound.
So you don't jerk it, but you put extra emphasis on that letter. So again, when you're joining this ba with the tanween, with the meme, you're going to put extra stress on it. And exactly the same when you join the sin with the noon mushaddad. So khushubum musannada.
خشب مسندة.
Almost there, you read the stroke incorrect here. So khushubum musannada.
خشب مسندة.
Yeah, very good. And the next line, please.
يح يح يحسب نقل صيحة عليهم.
Okay, so over here, just read this word highlighted.
كل
Okay, good. يحسبون كل
يحسبون كل
صيحة
صيحة
عليهم.
عليهم.
Okay, good. Okay, Jazakallah. Keep practicing. That was a good effort, but there are some places where you need to pay special attention, especially when it comes to merging. So I'm just going to very quickly revisit the examples just so you understand what I mean. So remember, we covered two things. We covered the partial assimilation and impartial. So, sorry, not partial and complete. So the complete assimilation, this is when you completely merge the sound. So lam mushaddad and ra mushaddad. So we can see when we were reciting over here. Let me find the example. It might have come up previously, actually. Okay. What I'll do is just looking at the examples that we've got over here. So you can see you've got noon sakin, it's followed by lam mushaddad, min ladunka, not min ladunka. So we are completely merging this noon sound into the lam mushaddad. Exactly the same with ra, not min rabbi, but mir rabbi. Again, this tanween of dhamma is going to be merged with the lam mushaddad. Shidadulla. Noon sakin is merged completely with lam mushaddad. Malla. So just be mindful. Remember these two letters, ra and lam mushaddad, and remember that this is complete assimilation. So you completely merge the sound together. And the partial assimilation, this is when you slightly hear a nasal sound when you're joining it with the ya mushaddad and the waw mushaddad. So over here, we saw an example. We've got a noon sakin and it's joined to a ya mushaddad. So iya, slight nasal sound coming through. So just bear those examples in mind and do keep practicing. And we will move on. So let's have a student from Nasirat this time. Let's have N6133. Assalamu alaikum, N6133.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read from here, from Humul?
But before I do that, I have two things to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
When will it be the last of our class?
So the final class will be on Friday, which is the 15th of December. So that's going to be the normal time, 7 to 8 p.m. and it's all the login details are the same. It's just going to be slightly different because we're going to be joined by the students from the G1 class as well. So it's going to be a combined session on Friday.
This Friday is going to be my last class because I'm going to go to Pakistan.
Okay, that's fine. So you'll be just in time because it's going to be our final session anyway, so that's no problem. Okay, did you have another question?
No.
No, okay, that's fine. So if you start reciting from over here, please.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hum العدو فاحذرهم قاتلهم الله أنا يؤفكون.
So that was well recited. Just a few things to make it even better. So you see we've got the ayn, we've got the ha, and we've got this qaf. So all I want you to do is practice to try to recite them in the way that they should be recited individually. So humul adu, adu.
عدو
Very good. Fahdhar.
فاحذر.
Good. So this ha we're taking from our throat. Fahdharhum.
فاحذرهم
And qatalahum.
قاتلهم.
Very good. Okay. And this noon over here, because it's a noon mushaddad, we're going to kind of make a very strong nasal sound. Anna.
أنا
Anna yu'fakun.
يؤفكون.
Excellent. Okay, carry on to the next verse, please.
وإذا قيل لهم تعالوا يستغفر لكم رسول الله رؤوسهم ورأيتهم يغضون وهم مستكبرون.
Okay, so over here, this waw mushaddad, it's joining to a waw lean. So it's a little bit confusing when you look at it, but the way you read it is lawaw, lawaw, lawaw. Good. And over here, this word yasudduna,
Yes. يصدون
yasudduna.
يصدون
Make sure you're reading the dhamma on the sad. Yasudduna.
يصدون.
Okay, excellent. Jazakillah. Thank you very much. Let's have another one from Atfal. So let's see who's got there. Okay. A1132. Assalamu alaikum. Are you there?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you start reciting from the next verse, please?
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Saba'un alayhim astaghfarta lahum am lam tastaghfir lahum lan yaghfirallahu lahum innallaha la yahdil qawmal fasiqin.
Very good. And the next verse, please.
هم الذين يقولون لا تنفقوا على من عند رسول الله حتى ينفذوا ولله خزائن السماوات والأرض ولكن المنّ منافقين لا يفقهون.
Okay. The actual recitation was good. It was nice and fluent, and there weren't any major mistakes that I could see at all. Just when you are going back, try to read the full word because the al particle is part of both of these words. So al-munafiqina rather than just munafiqina, and rather than samawati, as-samawati, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Jazakallah. That was well read. Thank you very much. A1132. Another one from Nasirat. Let's have N6103. Assalamu alaikum. N6103. Wa alaikum assalam. Please, can you read from verse number 9?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يقولون لئن رجعنا إلى المدينة ليخرجن الأعز منها الأذل.
So over here, this alif is going to be blank, and we're going to join this ha with the lam. So minhal dhalla. Good. And if you're going to pause here, how would you read this final word?
From the blank alif.
So at the end of this verse, if you stop here at this word, how are you going to perform waqf on this final word? So you can read from minha.
Minhal anzal.
Good. So minhal adhal.
Minhal adal.
Very good. And carry on, please.
وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَلَكِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
Just make this a bit longer because this is alif madda. La ya'lamun.
لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
Very good. So your recitation again is very good, but to improve it even further is to focus on the letters that we covered in lesson 3. So for example, over here, try to make the ayn sound a bit more prominent. Al-izzatu.
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 Al-munafiqina.
Al-munafiqina.
Okay, Jazakillah, very well read. Thank you very much. Just keep practicing those letters. That goes for all of the students. The majority of your recitations are quite good and quite fluent, and they're following all of the rules that we've covered. But it's just about improving it a little bit more, which is through lesson number 3. So if you can, do revisit the recordings, and the only way to really master it is to keep practicing reading the letters. So let's have another Atfal student. A5108, Assalamu alaikum.
Islam.
Could you please read from verse number 10?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله.
If you're going to pause, how will you read this final part of the verse?
عن ذكر الله.
ذكر الله.
عن ذكر الله.
Very good. And carry on.
ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون.
Okay. So on this waw over here, are we going to prolong it or are we going to read it differently?
Well, we're going to read it differently.
What's the reason for that?
Because it doesn't have a new socket.
Yeah, excellent. So فَأُولَئِكَ.
فَأُولَئِكَ.
Okay, well done. And read the next verse, please.
وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتُ فَيَقُولَ رَبِّ لَوْلَا أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين.
So it was almost there, but there are a few places that I've highlighted where it's just a fatha, but I think because it's quite a long verse, you've prolonged it more than 1 second. So the first one, أَيَّأْتِيَ, so not longer, أَيَّأْتِيَ, and أَحَدَكُمْ. So just read from here until here.
Okay. أن يأتي أحدكم.
Yep, very good. And again over here, just 1 second. أجل قريب.
أجل قريب.
And just read from here to the end of the verse.
وأكن من الصالحين.
Okay, very good. And just read to the end of the surah, please. That's a kha.
Okay. وَلَن يُؤَخِّرَ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهَا وَاللَّهُ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ.
So over here, do you remember what we do when we have the small meme and it's followed by a ba? Do you remember how many seconds we have to hold that sound?
2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So just make it a tiny bit longer. خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ.
خَبِيرٌ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ.
Okay, excellent. Jazakallah, really well read. So
Jazakallah.
thank you very much. Jazakallah. Nice fluent recitation, so well done. But again, I would say to all students that to take your recitation to the next step is to really make sure that you keep revisiting lesson number 3 on the Arabic letters. So that's really going to help beautify your recitation even more. Okay, let's have Nasirat. Okay. Assalamualaikum. N6129.
Alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Could you start reciting from? Just 1 second. Okay. So we've got Surah Al-Qalam. If you start from starting with Bismillah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نون والقلم وما يسطرون ما أنت بنعمة ربك بمجنون.
Just over here, read this one more time because you made the meme a bit too long.
بنعمة
بنعمة ربك.
بنعمة بنعمة ربك
Okay. And carry on to the next verse, please.
وإن لك لأجرا غير ممنون
And read up to verse number 6.
وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم فستبصر ويبصرون
فستبصر
فستبصر
ويبصرون.
ويبصرون.
Okay, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. That was well read. And I can see you're doing well with your letters as well. So Jazakallah. Thank you very much. Let's have Assalamualaikum. A5117.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you please read from verse number 8?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بأيكم المفتون إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين فلا تطع المكذبين ودوا لو تدهنوا فيدهنون ولا
Jazakallah. So just over here, this dal, you're merging the dal mushaddid with the waw. So 2 seconds. Waddu. So just read that verse one more time.
ودوا لو تدهنوا فيدهنون.
Okay, brilliant. And I'm going to highlight a few words, and I want you to try and really bring out the ain sound, okay? So this word over here, you want to make the alif and the ain 2 different sounds. So just read this highlighted word.
أعلم
أعلم.
أعلم.
And here, عن سبيله.
عن سبيله
وهو أعلم.
وهو أعلم.
Okay, very good. Jazakallah. Getting there.
Excuse
Just yep.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
is tomorrow our test or next week is our test?
No, so this is the final week. Tomorrow is your test, and Friday is the final lesson.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Jazakallah. Let's take a few more. Okay, Assalamualaikum. N6127.
Assalamualaikum.
Let's carry on from here, please.
Okay. Do I just read one ayah?
If you can read to verse number 14.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا تطع كل حلاف مهين هماز مشاء بنميم مناع للخير معتد أثيم عتل بعد ذلك زنيم.
Jazakallah, that's really well read. Just over here, again, because we've got the mim makluba and it's joining with the next letter being ba, just pause on that for 2 seconds. So read from this verse again.
ثم ذم الشاعر بنامي.
And make this noon a bit shorter because it was too long for just a fatha. Binamim.
بنامي.
Okay, great. Jazakallah. Can I have next A5119?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you carry on from verse 15,
Okay.
please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنكان زما لوا بنين.
So just over here, because the alif is joined to the kaf, it's going to be 2 seconds. So ankana.
Anakana.
Yep. Ankana dha malin.
Anakana zamanin.
Okay, good. And the next verse, please.
إذا تتلى عليه
That's a ya. Yep.
آياتنا قال عسى تيرا
So this ra with dhamma, you're joining to this lam sakin. So it's going to be asatirul awwalin. So just read from here again.
أساطير الأولين
Asatirul awwalin.
أساطير الأولين
Okay, and the next verse, please, up to here.
سنسمه على الخرطوم.
Okay, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. And finally, can I have A5127?
Yes.
Okay. Please, can you continue reading from Inna?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Can I start again?
Yep.
إنا بلوناهم كما بلونا أصحاب الجنة.
Just read this word again.
بلخنا.
So this is a jim. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. The small dot is a jim. Ashab al-Jannah.
أصحاب الجنة.
Okay, very good. Carrying on.
إذ أقسموا ليصرمنها مسبحين ولا يستثنون.
And just read up to verse 20, please.
فطاف عليها طائف من ربك وهم نائمون.
Okay. The only mistake there was just this was a little bit too long. Rabbika.
ربك.
Okay, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. That was well read. So Jazakumullah, everyone that's recited. Just to let you know, if you are still interested in sending in your recording, you can do by the end of today, latest tomorrow morning. So we are still considering students for recitation in the final class. That's Surah Baqarah verse 1 to 6. So you can email that in to info@nqc.org.uk. And inshallah, we'll get back to the final person that we've selected towards the end of the week. So I'm just going to take, let's have N6114 for the final prayer. Assalamu alaikum, N6. Wa alaikum assalam. Please, can you read the concluding prayer?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
The translation, please.
O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Okay, Jazakallah, really well read. Thank you very much. And inshallah, see you all in tomorrow's lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.